Well, we're going live, whatever. Let me put up all the notes I have to get them in the chat room on Let's Go Help. Yeah, lots of stuff today, boy. Every day there's so many new programs and everything. Boy, they come and go so quickly. And that's why when you're looking for something, you know, what I hope you're getting from us is that how to find the latest ones, because that's where the real opportunities are, not the ones that have been here for 18 years or 1,000 years or whatever it was, you know, like Social Security and those kinds of things. Man, no, that we're in a fluid society now. Programs come and go because we have new problems to solve every day. So that's what the elected officials are for, is to figure out a way to help us solve our problems as a community. So if we have more problems now for getting education or more problems now for paying rent, and if programs go away, then they're always talking about new programs. And so that's what you really have to do in life, is keep up about what the heck is going on. And it's hard. And that's what I hope we do. And, you know, I mean, people pay, you know, tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars for so-called experts in Washington to find out about this stuff. And they're just charging what they could get. That's the problem in our society. They don't charge like just a living wage or something like that. No, as much as I could get. That's what capitalism is about. How much can I get? It's not much how much it costs. That used to be the old you know, back in the manufacturing age, it was all, you know, okay, how much does this cost? Then you add a profit. No, it works backwards now. You figure out, how much could I get? What are people willing to pay? And even if I could do it for a nickel, but they're willing to pay $500, I'll charge them $500. I'm not saying 100% like that, but a lot of our country is, because see, when you get money to start a venture or something, you're borrowing it from somebody else. So you have to pay the capitalists, you know, the people that are investing in your idea. All they want is money. Well, again, I mean, that's not fair to say, everybody, but I think that's what capitalism is about. Why can people make so much money that they could take the money and go to the moon? Now, that's more than they need to provide the service. But that's the system, so you have to learn how to use the goddamn system. It's not to try to change it. If you want to change it, become a politician. And my temperament isn't for that. So what I'm trying to do is just show people what is there, what's reality, good or bad or whatever. This is it. And it's probably stuff you could use to improve your life. See, that's what bothers me more. We have all this stuff around here that we all could use to improve our life, but we don't know. We think the government's responsible for it, but that's not their skill set. The skill set, the government, is to make sure they're not giving away things for free, and so which they are, but to the wrong person, you know, which they do, and so they put all these rules and regulations, you know, to maybe cover their ass, and they have to follow the law in giving it out. So that creates problems on this side, you know, on your side or my side, finding out the programs or whatever, because it's all, they have to follow all these laws, because, you know, you got 500 people up in Congress putting up a law on how to give you umpteen $1 billion, you know, and so with 500 people, everybody has a better way to do it, and so they agree on we'll just use these 500 ways to do it, and that becomes the law, and the poor bureaucrats have to follow that law, and if they don't, they go to jail. So they're really motivated because they think you're colluding, or we have you know, or kickbacks and stuff like that. And so it's good to have a country that doesn't have that, you know, and you always get it no matter what it is. Some countries obviously more than others. But what I want to do is cover some new items that came up in the last day or so, and to realize that here, I don't know if you can see this headline over here. Biden continues walk the tight the student loan tightrope. Okay, see this lady here? Okay, she is how old is she? 76 years old. She had a student loan of $140,000. So she's been paying this loan for, God, you know, tens and tens of years, and it's down to $80,000. And Biden said, we forgive it. Okay, now that's sort of interesting, right? But Biden has done a lot of those. Here's what he's forgiven. And that's like 4 million people almost forgiven. Okay. And so you have to check this. If you have a student loan, you have to check about the new forgiveness. And there's two links in studentaid.gov. There's 2 tabs. One is for loan forgiveness, and the other tab is for loan payments. You want both of those because the loan payment is probably almost better, to tell you the truth. Okay, here's what he's forgiven just recently. Here, public student loan forgiveness for people who, was working for government or working for some nonprofit. Okay, he forgave $56 billion, okay, and 793,000. So that's almost a million borrowers got that loan forgiven. Okay, income-driven payments, another million borrowers got $45 billion forgiven. Okay, so that's why you have to look at that loan payment tab, not only the loan forgiveness, the loan payment tab also. Borrower's defense and closed school discharge, $22 billion they gave out to 1.3 million students. So student loans you had from shyster companies, shyster colleges, that said they were going to do something they didn't. Look at this. Over 1.3 million people got their student loans forgiven by filling it out. And they have a better way now on the studentaid.gov to fill out that form and do it. And if you get confusion, don't give up and say, shit, I can't do it. Fuck it. No, you get rid of a couple $1,000 or whatever, or $50,000, whatever it is. You hang in there. If it takes an hour, 2 hours, and 3 hours, where the hell are you going to get money like that? In a couple hours. So you wait on hold. You call your elected official or whatever, and other things, because you can't get through to that. You can't do it. And that's the way to do it. You just don't give up. If you give up, you don't get, and they're the people who get, or the people who don't give up. Okay. So you have to do it. You don't need me or anything like that. Go there. And there's plenty of help. And if you need more free help, one-on-one, there's a lot of counselors, free financial counselors, probably know about this and could help you. And that HUD supports all over, that you could take advantage of these things for free. And they're at HUD.gov/counseling. And they're all over. We're in your zip code. There's probably a dozen, 2 dozen, 3 dozen maybe that will help you for free. So you want to contact them and make a belly by belly appointment. Hey, I'm trying to get through this goddamn student aid stuff. Do it. You find the help that's free. Don't go to Google and look for help, because somebody's going to charge you money or take part of the money you're going to get. You don't want to do that. Okay. But don't believe me either. We're all different people and have to do it different ways. So I respect that. A total and permanent disability. Yeah, they're doing a lot of this. 500,000 people. 500,000. 500,000 people got the total student loan debt forgiven because they have a disability. Man, I remember talking on the phone when I was covering student loans a couple of years back, and this woman who was dying. She had cancer, whatever. She was about to die in a few months or whatever, and she couldn't get her student loan forgiven. So she's going to go to her parents or just whoever in her will, whatever. I mean, she was so young, she probably didn't have a will. Is going to be stuck with that student loan. But here, total and permanent disability, and that is a permanent disability. You're going to die next week. And she couldn't get it developed. So things have changed. So, Department of Education, Biden's Save Payment Plan. Okay, that's a new thing he has, and that is, listen to this, 153,000 into that, and that's all the way. This is brand new, so it's up to 1.2 billion, and there's 10 million for others, and there's 194,000 other people that got student loans forgiven. Wow, now that's a big haul to me. Because we have like $1.5 trillion in student loans or something like that, that we're stuck, and people, are depending their whole life and career based on, what's happening in that student loan. There's another big article in the paper on the front page today. Race-based programs is ordered to open for all. Okay, now they're really talking about, there's a government agency. It's around for about 10 years now. It's called Minority Business Development Agency. Minority Business Development Agency. And this is for entrepreneurs that are Black, Latinos, or other minorities. I guess that's the Asian component and things like that. Okay, so it's just for them. And somebody in Texas took it to court that they couldn't discriminate against white people on the minority programs. Okay, I mean, they have an argument there or whatever, but that's besides the point. So, I mean, don't forget the Constitution said it was okay to have slavery. So we don't make the best decisions all the time, do we? So what they're doing is say you can't discriminate. So anybody, if you're not a minority, but it's going to go through the court system. You and I won't live long enough probably until they settle this out. And if there is, it's going to be at least till next year or so. So don't worry about that so much, because you want to use stuff that's now. You want to solve a problem now. You can't forecast what's going to happen in a year or two anyway. So you want to get out there and solve it now. So if you're a minority, you want to know about this program. Why? Because in this article, it tells you how good they are. Okay, and for minorities, because I think most of us know. I mean, when you go in a room, I mean, it's getting better now. But really, in like businesses and everything, it's tough to not see only old white guys, right? So that's slowly changing. And the argument, I don't know, but just I don't have time to argue that. I mean, it's an interesting argument. But anyway, we're slowly changing, and that's a good point. And maybe it's stuff like this that helps us change better because it brings us to focus. But anyway, so if they're doing this, it tells you about the program. The program's very new. And just in 2 years ago, they like doubled or tripled the budget they have. And now it's up to $550 million a year. So they get $550 million a year to help you if you're a minority in a minority group. And I didn't see women in this as a minority. It looks like people of color. But here's what they've done last year. Okay, not only did they get that $500 million, had the people who use their services. This is a free service. So if you're a minority business and want to do this, is a free service. They got these people $1.6 billion, okay, $1 billion in private and government contracts. Okay, so this is another place besides where you can go to get $1 billion in government. Well, not a billion. But that's how much they help people get. And they also help them get $1.2 billion in capital. That's money to start or grow a business. So they help you that. So you don't have to be a fat cat, belong to the country club to find fat cats to do it. These people help you get fat cats, okay, to invest in your idea and stuff like that. And they created 16,000 jobs, okay? So you want to know about that organization. And here's the address, the website, MBDA, MB as in boy, D as in dog, A as in alpha.gov. Okay. And they have like 36 offices around the United States. Contact them, whatever. They're getting people government contracts and capital to invest in your business and things like that. Now, I think a government contract is better than a grant. Because government contract, this is what you're want to do. I mean, if you have a service, maybe you're a lawyer, or you want to do web work, or you want to do massage therapy, man, you get $100,000 contract a lot easier than you can get a one-time grant of $10,000 or $15,000 or $20,000. And once you learn to get a contract, you can do over and over and over again. See, it is sustainable. Government grants are usually just one-shot things, So you're putting all this time and effort on a one-shot thing when you can put the other shot in effort to see something that you're going to get over and over and over again. Man, that's amazing. And you're not in business to learn how to get a grant. You're in business to do work. You're in business contracts. If it's kitchen pasta in your kitchen, cooking pasta, that's what you do. You don't kitchen pasta, you cook pasta in your kitchen to sell to the government. They buy everything. And if you figure that out, then you could just grow. My sister was framing artwork for the government in their offices and stuff. They did $1 million out of her garage. And that's the kind of stuff that's out there. That's why I always thought that's better. But if you get a contract, that can't be bad, can it? Okay, what else we have here? Oh gosh, there's so many things. I know. Here, utility program. There's a program out. You probably know about it. That it's a program called LIHEAP, a low income heating and air. Oh, whatever it is. Boy, this brain of mine, full of holes. So, I hope it's not going to get better. So be careful. Just put up with me. I have links. All these links will be in the description below. So don't worry. And for members, I put it all on the side. So you got all these links on the in the chat there. And after this, I'll put it in Instagram and on YouTube. So everybody has the link. And you don't have to give me $20 to learn this stuff. So that's the important thing. But they have a program that gives out money for heating, air conditioning, and also to pay your utility bills for heating and air conditioning. Now, what they normally do is a lot of states, now it's different in every state. So, and I'll show you the link that you could find out where in your state to get what you need. And what they do is, like, at certain times of the year, you could apply for the heating, when it's cold, obviously, and other times of the year, you pay for the air conditioning help, the cooling part. Okay. So problem is a lot of people weren't applying. This is Virginia, just trying to change the laws so you could apply all year long, because they found out 70% of the people that were eligible to get this money did not apply. They only got 30% of the people who were eligible for the money. Wow. 70% of the people that were eligible for the money did not apply. Why? Because they didn't know about the goddamn thing, right? Or it was hard, or is wrong month and they showed up late, or all this kind of stuff. So they're doing that to solve the problem. And that's important that you know those kinds of things. And I have the income limits and everything. And there's a link there, like what every state gives you for heating, for air conditioning, for emergencies. And because if you have windows that are broken, or you need weatherization, so you're losing too much heat and have to pay their bill, they have money for that. Or your HVAC goes out and you don't have a heating equipment to make you warm. Well, the emergency money for that. That's what this emergency is. But again, you have to contact, oh, good, Tammy, LIHEAP, right, there it is. Low Income Energy Assistance. That's what the Low Income Energy Assistance Program. What's the H? Anyway, so it's important that you know about it. It's important. See, when I see something like that 70% of the people who need it, now this is an income thing. So if you're over probably $50,000, $60,000, you won't be eligible for this. Okay, heat. Thanks. Heat and energy. Oh, heat and energy. Isn't heat energy? Okay, thank you. Here it is. But if 70%, we have the money, we pass the law, and the money's sitting there, and people don't apply. Now, I mean, I keep reading headlines every day how people have trouble with utility bills and everything. Here it is, right here. 70% of the people that were eligible for this program didn't apply. And members that we know, I called up and they say I wasn't eligible, so I guess I can't get anything. No, that's one program. You can't do that game. You have to get out there and find more than one program. And how do you do that? You go to the friendly myhelp.org or 211.org, and you start calling people. That's the way you get help. You get help by calling people on the telephone, people that are already in the business of helping people with utility bills. Maybe they don't help you. That's okay. You call them anyway, because they're going to know more about utility bills in your neighborhood than I will ever learn, and that's why they're a gold mine of information. Because if 70% of the people eligible for this program I'm telling you about didn't apply, obviously people aren't getting the word, right? So that's why you have to take it upon yourself to do that. Now, sure, this is a free country. You can do whatever the hell you want, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody, right? And you don't have to do this, but I know people are hurting out there, and they would love, $2,000 to help with their utility bill. Man, it would go so far in giving them a breath of fresh air and eliminate stress that they probably go to sleep every night worrying how they're going to pay, and if the heat's going to be turned off, air conditioning going to be turned off, and they're going to be in trouble health-wise. So you don't have to do that. But unfortunately, it does take this kind of work. I'm not saying this is right or wrong, but it looks to me, after studying this stuff for 58 years, that this is what you have to do. If you don't want to do it, God bless you. But don't go to Google and think you're going to find the answer, okay? No, no, no. My baby said, go to rehab. And I said, no, no, no. What's that? Sexy little British singer who died recently, probably in the last couple of years, but she was a great, God, names are best. I just have to keep remembering. So I'm going to give my wife a name tag. So I can see her name. I'm just terrible. Amy Winehouse. Wow, look at Tammy's right on it. She not only can get your bills paid, but she could get your head plugged up with holes they have. So that's amazing. Okay, so 70%. Inside for capital to small cash advance and loans that cost. Cash advance. Anybody's going to give you a cash advance here. State Attorney General's office. Anybody screws you over with money, there are two things you do. You go to consumerfinance.gov and file a complaint with them. Consumerfinance.gov, file a complaint with them, and you go to your State Attorney General's office. How do you find them? You go to Find AG, Attorney General. My state, and you just put Find AG, and you'll see the website there, how to find your attorney, and you file a complaint there. You have to get something back in the Ethernet to try to stop these people from screwing somebody else, and they'll see if they could get your money back, and they'll do it for free. Don't hire an attorney or anything like that. They're going to charge you a lot of money whether you get something or not. So you want to go to the free stuff, and these free people can get a better settlement. And these companies and everybody fears the government more than any lawyer that you could afford, or any lawyer, because the government could put them out of business. The lawyers could just get you money. So don't forget, these companies have lots of money, so they don't give a shit. But if they lose and have to give you money, they do worry if they lose and they're out of business. So it becomes cheaper just to pay you off than to do anything else. Okay, so that is State Attorney General's office, like Find AG, and consumerfinance.gov, and you'll see file and complaint. Yeah, and this was a cash advance company, and these are payday loan kind of people, and they were charging 845% interest. 845% interest. And so even like these small loans and payday loans are legal in most states, and they could charge as much as they want in most states. Regular banks, their lobby isn't as good as the payday loan banks, and they got away with this. And before you go to payday loan, you want to go to findhelp.org and put in financial assistance. Find somebody, a nonprofit or whatever, that give you the money, if you're particularly short, a couple $1,000s or hundreds of dollars for free, or for 0% interest. And not this, 300, 400% interest is nothing to these payday loan people. That's the average things. Okay. Now, here's an interesting thing. In Maryland, they're doing is giving out $1,000 a month in rent grants to people attending college. Okay, so if you're in college now, this is the college has this for people attending their school, and this is a junior college actually, that are giving out rent grants. Wow. So that's why if you're going to college and you have trouble with, contact your student aid office. Now this is at Howard County, Maryland. They're doing that, and so that's housing grants. Now I give a lot of my Social Security check to a community college here, because community college is the best education deal in this country. So if you want to get a higher education, start there or whatever. It's the best value for money, and they have grants like this, they help you get through whatever you need. Okay. Also, a lot more cities are, what they're doing is having free legal help if you get an eviction notice. Now, this is an article. I forget where it is now. I'm afraid if I touch it, it's going to screw up everything, and I'm going to lose everybody. Oh, Indiana. Okay. So what Indiana's doing is paying for the lawyers for free to help you if you get an eviction notice, or even think about getting eviction notice. So if you're worried about getting an eviction or anything, and by the way, all these links I'm going to have in the description below, so don't worry about that. It'll be there for you to use forever, and you don't have to pay me any money. Okay. But more importantly, there's two other places you want to get help like this. Or maybe if your state does not have this, you want to go to just shelter shelter.org, justshelter.org, and you make an appointment with free lawyers in your area, and call 2 or 3, because one may not be as good as others. So you want to get the best you can, and the only way you do that is by trusting more than one person. Okay, that's what you want to do. Oh, here's another interesting thing. And where is this again? This is in Michigan. They're giving people under 30 years old. Okay, listen to this. They're giving people under 30 years old $1,400 a month for 36 months. You hear that? People under 30 years old, they're giving $1,400 a month for 36 months. Wow. And what's happening is younger people, homelessness is big, not only for ex-vets that you see around the streets or whatever, but it's for young people. So we're trying to keep young people off the streets too. So you have to be under 30 for this grant, but I've never seen anything so big. $1,400 for 36 months. What do you call it? What do you call it? Oh, see, I need Tammy. Guaranteed income. Yeah. The guaranteed income programs. They're usually $500 or $1,000 a month, and maybe 2 years. But this is 3 years, $1,400. Man, that's amazing. Okay. And so that's amazing. Okay. So they're just some of the things I ran into today, or maybe it was part of yesterday. We're still in the process of trying to get our credit card processing after Stripe dumped us for no reason. Boy, that pisses me off. That's why these big companies have control of everything. They decide whether you could be in business or not. They said, no, you can't. Oh, fuck. Why? And the only reason I could get from them is I promised too much. What? Anybody who buys anything from me, you get a refund back no matter what. If you think I overpromised or that, I'm not going to fight you. I don't care. You never see me. You'll never see on our website. You have to fill out, check a box with 5,000 words in it that you agree to this. No. I treat everybody like they're a relative. Man, I wouldn't screw my mother that way. Oh, Mom, before I lend you the money, you're going to have to sign this paper of 15,000 pages or whatever. No. Your family, and the families here, let's go help. And you have whatever, you don't even have to tell me the reason, I'll give you the money back. Don't worry about that at all. I just want to educate people and give them a chance. And the money, we actually, most of it now we're giving back to members. We give out $75,000 to members every month now. $75,000, man. A Last month we gave out 95. And people are not picking it up. That's what I can't get over. So if you ever applied, because after 60 days, we just go back on the pot again. So I want you to please, if you ever applied to our stuff in the last 60 days, go and check. There's all the names are on the website and everything. You can see who went, when. That's not an issue. We don't keep it. Stripe is a crappy tech company. I don't like their integration. Whatever it is, Black Pavane, they certainly just dumped me and said 2 weeks. Wow, that's a whole business. So you just ruined my business in 2 weeks. So I got to run around like a chicken with my head cut off. Any info for homelessness? Yes, Destiny. Download a copy of Lesko's mini grant report, okay? Lesko's mini grant report, and look at item number 3 and follow that. You make an appointment with a HUD counselor. The HUD counselor, that's the first thing you do, and make 2 or 3 appointments to make sure you get all you can out of these people. And then you follow the videos that explain what to do next, and that's how to get rent or mortgage. Okay, jobs and education, right? That's there. So, and ask a question. Wonderful, loving people like Tammy and other people that go on live like I do to help you do that. And you could ask in the find help. The question corner. That's what it is. Now they want me to know more names. Oh no, how am I going to know more names? I can't remember the ones I got. I don't care. As long as we're helping people and you forgive us for screwing up. And if you don't want to forgive us, that's fine. We'll give you your money back. Okay. If we screw up, you get it back. Okay. Maybe that's what we should have on our logo. Let's go help. If we screw up, you get your money back. No questions asked. Does that sound good or not? I think that's a pretty good tagline. Blessed birthday to you all. Whose birthday? I am grateful for your life. Melina Boyer. Is it your birthday? Oh my goodness. How sweet. Right. And what I want to try to do here too is with the community. My heart is overflowing with gratitude and love for people because of what you've done for me. And I want to love everybody back as hard as I possibly can. And if I screw up and it's not good enough for you, again, don't worry about asking for a refund. If you need that money, you need it more. We're living okay. And so I'm happy to give it back to you. So we always give your money back, no matter what. I'm a Kirk, New Mexico. Need a grant to fix my leaky roof. Yes, David. Okay, look at item number 6 or 7 or 8 in the Lesko Metagram report. There's a step-by-step list there. Who's that? Madeline Woods. Bookworm at Arkansas. Parisian fans. Are you in France, Amir? Anyway, okay. So David, and Let's Go Help. Yes, download the Let's Go Metagram report, and you see the item. I forget if it's 7 or 8, 6, 7 or 8 about grants, and there's dozens of places you have to check where you live and get that, and they'll tell you all. Or if you don't have that, people that are not members, go to findhelp.org, put in your zip code, and look for home repair. That will get you started. Okay, and also make an appointment with a HUD housing counselor. Always do that. I need to fix my mom's who passed away. Yes, okay. Sachi, that's where to start if you're not a member. Sorry, if you go to findhelp.org and you put in home repair, you put in your zip code and then put in home repair. Okay, then also make an appointment with a HUD counselor, hud.gov, and then it's counseling after that, /counseling, hud.gov/counseling. Okay. Hello, Iranian fans. Wow. Good for you, Amir. I don't know. None of this works for people in Iran, but it can't hurt. Hello. I know a lot of wonderful Iran people here in the States that I've met over the years, and also delightful people. So let's see. I gotta go because Stripe has ruined our lives, and I want to keep the business afloat. We're doing well, and I'm not too worried, but I have to do it so it doesn't disrupt. It disrupts as little as possible. But we have a great guy who's been with us for about a year now, marketing guy who's really good at all this. Name is Carter. So you see Carter in this stuff. He's just astounding talent and a sweet person too. So, and that's all the people that help. You know better than me because you deal with them. I never even seen most of them. That's neat. We're about to honest, and one of my kids cannot find housing. Oh, Destiny. Okay, go to 31. Find help. It's find local stuff real fast. Get on that phone, Destiny. Do not go to Google. Do not pass code. Do not collect $500 or $200, whatever it was. Talk to people who are in the business of helping people like you. Just don't say, hey, that's not for me. And that. No, even if it's not for you, call them and say, hey, you don't look like what I could need, the help I need, but can you tell me where to go? People love telling people where to go. I do. I love telling people where to go. So give them a chance to tell you where to go. Please, Destiny, don't put it off and keep searching. In the internet, thinking you'll find something. You may, but the chances are low. So the chances get high if you make at least 10 phone calls. Start by making 10 phone calls, okay? And see what that happens. And don't say exactly what you need. Just say, you need help. I need help. I have this problem. I'm going to be homeless. Can you suggest what to do? Okay, a lot of the stuff you're going to get maybe not be good. Okay, that's okay. Okay, and it doesn't matter. You want to see that and then say, okay, so what else? So that means after 10, 20 calls, and if you don't get anything new, then okay, you're going to have to change the game. Okay, and there's other ways to do that and brainstorm with that. Okay, let me go. Happy birthday. Okay, not me, not yet. Okay, thank you guys. Got to run. Love you so. Don't forget, if you're not a member, it's letsgohelp.com. We have the next grant given out is on the 15th for car repair, then on the 20th for rent and mortgage and utilities, then on the 30th for free laptops, then on the 4th of next month, we give out $40,000 again, okay? So it's a total of $75,000. Take care. Love you. Thank you so much again for everything that you've done for me, okay? And I really mean that.